What's quack-a-lackin', everybody? Today we are currently at McKennan Park on the south side of Sioux Falls. Not the location of today's video, at least not yet. Possibly it might be later, but not yet. Today's video over on the Quackers World vlog is going to be the McKennan Park Historic District, which surrounds this park. Park worker in the background, cameo appearance. Anyway, so I'm going to do a tour of the historic district that surrounds this park, and that video was by a viewer request in the comments over on the Quackers World channel. Last month, someone named Chauncey had suggested that I do some of the historic districts, and he even named them all off: the Cathedral Historic District, the McKennan Historic District, and the All Saints Historic District. And I 100% am going to cover all three of these areas anyway. So last month I did the Cathedral Historic District. If you haven't seen that video, it's over on the Quackers World channel. I think I have a behind the scenes video on this channel for that one as well, so I'll leave a link up below. So today we're going to do the McKennan Historic District, and then sometime later on we'll circle back and do the All Saints as well, so that all of them are covered. So that's the plan today. I'm just stopping off at the park just to get myself set up. I thought I would do a quick intro for this channel as well, just to say hello. So far, it's not bad. It is very hot and sunny. The temperature is about 88 degrees, so it's hot, but the park itself has plenty of shade. This neighborhood is known for its trees, so there should be plenty of shade, and there's a steady 5-mile-an-hour breeze blowing at all times. So the weather's not too bad. The only challenge has just been the parking, because there's some type of a tennis tournament going on. There is a performance going on over on the band shell with small children, and of course the waiting pool for small children is packed. So the parking, not only in the small parking lot here at McKennan Park, was full, but all the streets around the park were full as well. So the parking was a challenge. But now that I'm here inside the park, it feels very spacious, like I've got the place all to myself, despite the workers in the background. And it's all cool, and once I branch off away from the park, I'll probably definitely be the only one on the streets. I still need those to overcome those two challenges. There's not really going to be any places to go into in today's video, so I'm not going to work on that one. And I'm not going to really look for an opportunity to engage with someone, but if an opportunity presents itself, then I'm going to try to take the step, and hopefully I can get something done with that, if not this week, the next week. And other than that, the big challenge is I'm thinking about trying to push and do two videos, because today I'm doing the historic district that surrounds this park, but the park has its own history in addition to that, which includes a monumental historic mystery that has really bugged me ever since I first found out about it, and I want to share that mystery and let it bug other people as well, because that's the kind of duck that I am. So I'm thinking it depends on the time and the heat. After I finish the neighborhood, if I have time and I feel like I can keep going, then I'm going to bounce over and just go ahead and do the park video while I'm here in the neighborhood. If not, I will come back and do the park video next, but I'm definitely going to do them back to back because they have a shared overlapping history, so it only makes sense to do them back to back. So that's where we're at. I've only had about 4.5 hours sleep, so I'm really tired and lacking motivation. So I'm going to try to get myself ready to go, pull out my map. I have my notes as always, and I have a map similar to what I had in the Cathedral Historic District. And I'll just update you along the way, and we'll just see how it comes together. I hope it works out. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's go. Just give you guys a quick little look at this side of the park. There's horseshoes down that way somewhere that are original park features. There's a wading pool here, which is a reconstruction of an older wading pool. It's just more modernized. This park is really known for its floral gardens. But anyway, I did the intro to the other video here. The wind is really kicking up, probably about 10 miles an hour, but I trust in my windscreen. But I did the other intro. I feel like it came out a little bit weaker than I would like it to. I need to get better at really expressing my hook and getting people interested in the first 1 or 2 sentences. So I need to improve on that, but it is what it is. I'm just stopping for a moment now. I have a map and notes. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to review my notes one time in completeness before I get started with the video, I'm going to take a look at the map. I had already kind of plotted a course on the map of where I want to go, but I need to figure out where my starting point is in relation to where I am situated in the park so that I can go there and get started. So yeah, I'll keep you updated along the way, as always. Hopefully I don't get too lost in storytelling and forget to update you. I have a habit of doing that, and I apologize, but yeah, let's go. I'm happy. Let's go get it. All right, so I have made my way down to the starting point of the tour. The house right behind me, right here. I don't know that house. That's going to be the starting point of the tour. I'm going to start there. I'm going to do this house, the house directly across the street, and then the next 2 houses down. I'm going to try to get all of them in one shot. If I have to break it up, I have to break it up. But that's the goal. Just cover all 4 houses in one shot and get this thing going. I'm going to travel down all of the homes on 21st Street to begin with. That was originally known as the Boulevard in town. It was the place to live at the time that this neighborhood was up and coming. And so that's the goal. We're going to cover the Boulevard first, and then we'll circle down the other side of the park to hit the houses on that side. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. So far it's going good. It's a little bit hot, but I'm getting through it. I have drinks. I can stay hydrated. So yeah, let's duck and go. I did it again. I let myself down. This lady going in this house in the pink shirt back there. I was filming this house and she came out. And so I walked up to apologize and explain why I'm filming the outside of her house. And she took me inside, gave me a whole tour of the whole thing. And I definitely could have filmed, but I didn't ask. Towards the end, I even mentioned to her, I was like, I probably should have filmed this, but I'm still new at it. So I'm just shy about asking. But wow, I spent about an hour inside this house behind me, and I'm only going to have a shot of the outside. But I'm going to continue on. I've spent like a good hour and a half talking to this lady, and so I need to get myself back on point with where I was at. I've lost my train of thought. I mean, I know I was doing these houses here on this intersection. I'm still on the first intersection of the tour. So I know I was doing these houses, but I forget where I was at with the McKennan story. So I got to get myself back on track, and I'm just going to continue on. But yeah, God keeps sending me angels, and I keep not showing up. Don't stop sending them, please. I promise I'll get there. It's taking a quick walk down to the corner. I've done, I think, 5 houses on that one intersection of 5th and 21st. So I got 5 houses down. I've got this one other large house here that I'm going to do on the corner, and then I'm going to turn and go down 4th Street along the side of the park. So just wanted to give a quick update of where we're at. Almost witnessed an accident, but didn't catch it on camera. But yeah, that's where we're at. I've got this one house left, and then I'm done with 21st Street, I believe. And then I'm just going to loop around the park and cover the houses around the exterior of the park. I really regret not interacting with that lady more. She was exceptionally lovely. She told me to come back anytime and check out her house. So maybe I'll come back another time, knock on the door and see if she's there and see if she feels up to giving a tour on video. But wow, the universe keeps throwing me opportunities and I keep missing them. But anyway, let me cover this house real quick for the Quackers World video, and I'll check back in with you as soon as I can. All right, so I'm done with the houses on 4th Avenue. I told about how Mrs. McKennan donated the land for the park. I still have to talk about how she founded the hospital, which is really what kicked off of this neighborhood. And then that's going to sort of tie up the history associated with this neighborhood. And then from there on, it's just going to be a tour of homes. So, but I do want to include that, even though it's not a ton of history, it is the story of this neighborhood. And when I did the Cathedral Historic District, that's what made me feel really unhappy with things, was because I felt like it was all just house, 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 but no story. And even though I don't have much of a story this week, I do have at least a little bit of a story. And I have to always include that because some guy just drove by waving. I don't even have the camera facing that way. He was sure waving though. But anyway, at least I have some type of a story element, because storytelling is really the strong suit that I have on this channel. It's what everyone always compliments me on, is my storytelling abilities. And even though I perceive them as being weak and something that I need to put a lot of work on, I do also recognize that it's the strength of my channel. So having at least a minor element of story really makes me feel better about doing this video as opposed to the Cathedral Historic District. Although I am disappointed in myself for not filming the inside of that lady's home, and also being in there for like an hour and a half for real, between the inside of the home and the outside of the home. I was talking to this lady for a good hour and a half, and I kind of lost my train of thought, and I think it showed in the first clip that I made when I picked back up afterwards. But it is what it is. It's in the books. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with this tour. I'll check in with you when I can. Boy, I'm walking directly into the sun. I can't really see, so I decided to just cut across the park. Ooh, not even in frame. I decided to just cut across the park. And so while I was on my way across the park, I went ahead and told about the how she started McKennan Hospital, which became the Avera Medical Group that we all know today. So, ooh, stay in frame, Quackers, stay in frame. So I told about that, and that pretty much wraps up the history story. It wasn't much of one, but at least it was some history. That's more than I had at the Cathedral Historic District, and that video turned out to be much better received than I thought it was going to be. So hopefully this one's going to be okay as well. I just need to finish making my way across to the other side of the park. There's probably a half a dozen or so houses on 2nd Avenue that I want to cover, and that's going to take me back up to the boulevard to 21st Street. And there's another 5 or 6 houses still on 21st Street. So basically just doing the block around the park, and that's that. Just giving you an update as to where we're at. So I'm about to hit 2nd Street, and I will try to make sure to update you somewhere along the ways. I'm trying really hard to stop forgetting, but it's just, normally I have storytelling and I get so involved in telling the story, I forget about the behind the scenes video. And so I'm done with the storytelling part. So hopefully I can remember to do an ending of this video, because I've forgotten that a couple of times. So anyway, the one weak thing I feel like is that my energy is just not there. Because I notice, like, when I film, I feel like my energy is good, but then when I watch the video, my energy is not there, and it's because the camera really does the same way that it adds 10 pounds. So think about how skinny I really am. Not only does it add 10 pounds, but it takes about 50% of your energy, and so I really need to get myself in the habit of dialing that up more than I do. But yeah, so far it's good. It's a little hot. I got 2nd Avenue to do, and then wrap up the rest of 21st Street, and then this one will be in the books. All right, let's go. I guess I had more stops on this street than I realized, because I even skipped a couple of houses. I've already done as many as I had thought I was going to do, and I've still got 3 more left. One of them, I think, technically has a 21st Street address. It's down on the corner. But through this next little strip right here, I've got 3 houses back to back to hit up. Maybe I'll do 2 and then flip over to 21st Street to do the other one, because there is something unique about that house that I want to cover it from both streets, from both 2nd and 21st. So anyway, just giving you a quick shot around 2nd Avenue. Yeah, I've done more houses than I anticipated on this road, but I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful street. You've got this historic park from 1906 right across the street. So the scenery is nice, and I'm enjoying the day. I don't feel like the video is coming out as strongly as I wish it would. Heck, this one isn't either, but I feel like this one is stronger than the main video. But so it's not coming together as strongly as I would like it to, but at least it's coming together, because consistency is the thing, right? So let me do these next 3 houses and I'll check back with you. Okay, so I finished up with 2nd Avenue. I just did the story of this house behind me here, which is the oldest house in this neighborhood. And a guy was out walking his dog, and he stopped behind me to watch. He was out of frame. He made sure that he wasn't in my shot. But he stopped to watch, and I talked to him for a minute. And I don't really view this one as another missed opportunity, though. I had talked to him. I told him about how I feel like I keep missing these opportunities, and I could see he wasn't wanting to be on camera. And I was like, oh, not you. And I told him about the lady that gave me the tour of her house and how I wished I had captured that. And he was like, yeah, there's a lot of old, amazing, beautiful homes in this neighborhood. And indeed, he's correct about that. So now I'm back on the boulevard, 21st Street. I don't know, I've got maybe 6 houses here to do, and then I got to figure out how to wrap this thing up and close it out. So I'm just going to get through these homes, get this done, and See how it works out in the end. You never know. You never know. Sometimes I think it's going good, and I get home and I look at the footage and I'm like, ugh. Other times I feel like from the very start while I'm filming, man, this is going to be a dog water video, but then it's the one that people like, and it just shows me that I truly don't know what's good and what's not. And I used to have that problem with my virtual photography too. I used to do, ooh, the sun behind me. Let's turn around. Let's turn around. I'd rather it be blinding me than you. I used to do a lot of virtual photography in Red Dead Online, and I would post these photos online, and there were so many shots that I thought were so bad I almost didn't post them, and those were the ones that were so popular. One of them was even picked up and used by a gaming magazine. So yeah, just further proof I don't know what's good and what's not. All I can do is just keep putting them out there and let the algorithm tell me, right? So I'm gonna finish up 21st Street, and then we'll go from there. Okay, we have wrapped this adventure up for the McKennan Historic District. I wrapped it up and ended it here in the park and announced that the next video will be the park, which it will be. Unfortunately, we're getting really late in the day. The sun is starting to hang low, so I don't think I have time to do that video today. I want to try to get that up since it's so closely related to the historic district. The park and the historic district have sort of an overlapping history, but the park's history goes much deeper. And so it only makes sense to do those back to back, and I'd like to try to get them out the same week. So the video today goes up on Quackers World Wednesday at 1. I'm gonna try to my best to have the McKennan Park video go Saturday at 1, so they both come out the same week and there's not a whole week wait in between. And then I'll move on to something else for Wednesday. But if not, that video will be Wednesday's video, but I'm gonna have it up either way. The park comes next, and then we'll move on from there, right? So my biggest challenges today were really, it started out as the parking, which I can see still persists. Right now there's a band playing at the band shell, and I don't know if they're picking up on the background or not. The sun going down 2nd Avenue, you can still see the sun, rays of sun peeking in right now, right? So going down 2nd Avenue, it kind of backlit all the houses, and that was a problem. But what could I do? It was either sit around and wait for 2 hours for the sun to get a little lower in the sky, or just push through. And so I chose to just push through. So, but man, my failure, I've let myself down again for 12 weeks in a row. Literally every week for 12 weeks, someone has presented me with an opportunity to put them on camera with something amazing. And every week I've let myself down with that. And I have to get over that. I have to get over it, but I don't know what to do. I'm just too timid, too shy. But I got to get over that, because these are going to be the people that make the video worth watching. Nobody wants to see me talk. The scenery is okay. The history is okay, the storytelling is okay, but what's really going to make it is these other people, and I've got to overcome that shyness and get them on camera. But anyway, I'm getting down close to the band shell, so the music's getting louder, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Quackers out. Wait for the airplane. Why is there always an airplane when I'm in the historic district? Let's just start over. Blah, I forgot the name of the house. Let's get it centered. There's a helicopter. All right, let's wait for the helicopter. She was really blah, blah, blah. Forgot what I was talking about. This home was built by a man, blah, 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 blah. Good grief, let's try it again. Cut. Is the Frank Denton house, and no, this is not the Frank Denton house. I skipped that one. Where's the Frank Denton house? It's right here. Self in frame. Wait for the car. Wait for the car.